Cefn Caer is a Grade II listed building and a pre-15th century medieval all-house situated in Pennal, near Machynlleth, Wales. This all-house, which stands proudly on a hillock which overlooks the village of Pennal and the surrounding countryside, has been built on the remnants of a 1st century Roman fort in an area that is steeped in ancient history and folklore. The site is a mere 5 miles from Machynlleth and 7 miles from Aberdyfi, and can be found on the A493 Machynlleth to Aberdyfi road. The foundation date of the Pennal Roman fort is debatable. It is possible that the Dyfi Valley was occupied during the tenure of Governor Quintus Verinius, circa AD 57/58. A magnetometry survey was conducted in 2000, which revealed details of the fort and its defences, set in a wider landscape containing both military and civilian features. Various other features are identified in the immediate environs of the fort, including a bathhouse, an imperial hostel, also a complex of buildings of unknown function, and a shrine. Roman bricks and other historical artefacts found on the land at Cefn Caer can be viewed on display, including the sophisticated reproduction of a couple of central Gaulish lead glazed bottles found on the site. The originals have been taken to the National Museum of Wales. Once within the walls of Cefn Caer, you can immediately sense that you have travelled back in time. Incited are the original dais partitions and a screened passage, and a remarkable checkerboard ceiling, which clearly shows that Cefn Caer retained its high gentry status well into a later period. A further striking aspect of Cefn Caer as a hall house is the oriel projecting to the right of the dais partition. Good use is now made of this oriel as a staging area for the harpist and ballad singer on those occasions when medieval banquets are held in the house. Also to be found in the house is a 15th century ingle nook, which houses a 17th century bread oven, along with a 14th century ingle nook, which houses a double stone arch bread oven. Without doubt, the 14th century oven would have baked bread for the table of Prince Owain Glyndwr on those occasions when he and his officials used the all-house as a base. During the period 1400 to 16, Prince Owain Glyndwr was fighting a war against England to regain Welsh independence. He had most of Wales under his control by 1404, and there are grounds for believing that Prince Owain had made use of Cefn Caer as a base whilst he set up his Welsh Parliament in Machynlleth, and whilst he and his officials organised a coronation ceremony and associated celebrations in that town. It is also reputed that he and his advisors penned the famous Pennal letter while staying at Cefn Caer. This important document, which sought the military assistance of the French King Charles VI, was dispatched by Prince Owain's envoys to France on March 31st, 1406. It has survived to this day and is kept at the National Archives in Powys. But a very realistic production of it on vellum was presented to Cefn Caer in 2010 and can be viewed on exhibition in the Old House. The year 2004 was a very important year in Wales. It was the 600th anniversary of the establishment of Owain Glyndwr's Parliament in Machynlleth, as well as the 600th anniversary of his crowning ceremony as Prince of Wales in the same town. As an important part of the commemoration and celebrations, Cefn Caer presented the people in Machynlleth and Bro Dyfi with Glyndwr the Genedl, the sword of the nation, a magnificent handmade sword that had been commissioned especially for the occasion. Cefn Caer has been designed on the style of the sword that was presented to Prince Owain Glyndwr on his coronation in 1404 by the King of France, and was made in a traditional medieval method by Jason Gardner, the well-renowned blacksmith thrasher Gymraes. The sponsor of this magnificent sword is Castle Crafts Caerdydd. The original Cefn Caer was delivered to the safekeeping of Machynlleth Town Council by Madame Claude Rapport, the Honorary French Consul, during the Gelato Soul celebrations in June 2004. It is now on exhibit at the Cyneddu at Machynlleth. There is, however, a striking replica of this sword on exhibition at Cefn Caer. Following the presentation of Cefn Caer to Machynlleth and Bro-Dyfi in 2004, another important ceremony was held on Parliament Green at Cyneddu Glyndwr on the 21st of June, Parliament Day 2007. The purpose of this ceremony was so that Cefn Glyndwr could this time deliver the crown of Glyndwr, the symbol of our everlasting sovereignty as a nation, to Elfyn Rowlands, Cefn Caer, who had been chosen as its guardian for the future. This magnificent gold and silver crown has been designed and crafted in a similar fashion to the crown that would have been crafted for Owain Glyndwr's coronation as Prince of Wales on the 21st of June 1404. An interesting feature is that this crown is circled with bolts to denote the practice of bolting crowns to helmet whilst in battle during the medieval period. The crown was sponsored and made by goldsmith and patriot A.H. Lewis, who is well known for having produced over 30 Eisteddfod crowns, 2 for the National Eisteddfod of Wales. It is the duty of guardian of Glyndwr's crown to bring the crown, the sovereignty of the nation, to Parliament Green, Machynlleth on the 21st of June, Parliament Day annually, so that the sovereignty of Cymru can be displayed to the nation at a designated ceremony. Both Cefn Caer and the Crown of Glyndwr are part of Cefn Caer campaign to restore the national treasures of Wales, as the originals were either looted during the conquest of 1282-83 or have been lost over the centuries by other means. As was customary with all houses of such standing in the medieval period, Cefn Caer would have been important as a centre of bardic patronage, and this tradition lives on. Although Cefn Caer at present can only accommodate up to 30 diners at its medieval banquets, they are amongst the finest of medieval banquets in Cymru. Not only is the totally homegrown Welsh fare mouth-watering, the traditional entertainment is of the highest professional terms, and a delightful and entertaining evening, dining in the same space that Prince Owain Glyndwr and his followers would have dined in, is ensured to one and all. The hope in the future is to renovate the old stables as a medieval banqueting hall. This means that many banquets can be accommodated, and the creative potential is endless. Do you know who your local Glyndwr hero is by any chance? As the Owain Glyndwr War of Independence had recruited its warriors and other supporters from every corner of Cymru, it stands to reason that every community throughout Wales will have at least one Glyndwr hero. This hero could be a warrior, man or woman, bard, minstrel, cleric, priest, camp follower, or whatever. Many were captured and executed, or were left to rot to death in English prison. Cefn Glyndwr and Cefn Caer believes it is important that the part played by these Glyndwr heroes in the War of Independence is recognised and acknowledged, if we are to fully understand the strength and support that Glyndwr had. So towards this end, we are assisting Cefn Caer to establish a memorial garden to all Glyndwr heroes in the enchanting and tranquil orchard facing the Hall House. The memorial garden was officially opened by Machynlleth retiring mayor Sylvia Rowlands during the weekend of Gwir Coroni Glyndwr, the crowning of Glyndwr Festival, Machynlleth 2009, and to date the representatives of 10 communities throughout Cymru have sponsored a commemorative plaque for their local Glyndwr hero, and these plaques have already been owned in the Glyndwr Heroes Memorial Garden in Cefn Caer. Everybody throughout Cymru should know who their Glyndwr hero is by now, but if for whatever reason you don't, would it not be a great worthwhile project for your community or school whereas you could research through your local history sources and other material to find out the history of your Glyndwr hero or heroes. Once found, you could then as a community or school organise a fundraising event to raise the £155 needed to pay for a plaque for your Glyndwr hero, so they can join with the others in Cefn Caer Memorial Garden. And as a follow-up to the project, a community or school trip could be organised to visit Cefn Caer Medieval Old House and the Memorial Garden, where you could view the plaque alongside all the others in the garden. At present, there's an interesting outdoor exhibition around Glyndwr and his War of Independence at Cefn Caer, but it is intended to construct a new indoor one in the near future. In the meantime, why not organise a visit to Cefn Caer? I can assure you that it is an experience not to be missed. There is a spacious parking area and you'll receive a warm Cymric welcome should you arrive as an individual or group. And Owain Glyndwr associated souvenirs, including Owain Glyndwr flags and banners, postcards, etc., can be purchased in the house. So, if you wish to visit Cefn Caer, please contact the owner, Mr. Elvin Rowlands, at the address coming up on the screen to make arrangements. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoyed this visual introduction to this unique medieval old house and site. Don't miss out on the full experience. Visit soon.